It's Week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Alexander Madison. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's coming.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fields. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here's Madison running on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Throwing is Cousins.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Herbert. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that ball to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Madison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Cousins now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Powell there to make the grab. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Mooney, the motion man right. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. As they've got it as we resume action. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears 1st down.
Here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now it's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. On the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit.
Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd and long. It's Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 36. There he goes, left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. Escape. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Take it at the 37. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And maybe a chance. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
There's nothing. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Fields. Floating one, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So here are the Vikings to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Gaskin once more. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins flushed out right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a handoff to Chandler. Fighting him off. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, 38 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. To the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start with the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Herbert now on the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the option right is Fields. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Read option. Here's Herbert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 7-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Herbert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Herbert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Fields eluding the pressure, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The kick by Gold is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will... 5-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Patrick Jones, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Let's take it at around the 40. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. This is caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Bridgewater, touchdown Vikings. C.J. Ham from 3 yards out. And the Vikings had 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll be set up with good field. As he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, this is Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Herbert, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Herbert once more. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The kick by Gold is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bears 6. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, here's Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete. And a pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they... back, unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Caleb Evans able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw is Fields.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly